Celeste didn't even remember the road curving that way. Didn't remember the branches hanging low like that, or the way that the gravel whispered under the tires, like it knew something she didn't. But she followed that rusted mailbox, still leaning sideways like it always had. And she parked right in front of what used to be Grandma Eula's house. The place looked much smaller now. It looked tired, like grief had set in and moved in and made itself at home. The porch was nearly swallowed by all the old vines. The windows were thick with dust and secrets, but Celeste knew this place. She knew it very well. The chipping blue trim, the old wind chimes that was made of bent up silverware, the screen door that used to squeak right before somebody hollered your name from the kitchen. She stood there, halfway between memory and madness. And then suddenly she heard boots crunch behind her, fast, heavy. Then a voice, "Hey." Celeste turned around slow, one hand still buried in her coat pocket, already ready to cuss somebody out or to cry. The man coming around the side of the house had a wrench in one hand and a scowl on his face. At least he did until he saw who it was. Then his whole expression changed. It softened. It was like butter in a hot skillet. "Celeste?" His voice cracked just a little. "Girl, what the hell are you doing here?" "Wait." "Damn, come here." Before she could say a word, she found herself wrapped up in him. Tight, warm, familiar. Bama smelled like cedar, motor oil, and that cologne older Southern men wear sometimes when they don't want to impress nobody, but they also don't want to smell like outside, even though they've been walking and working outside. "I hadn't seen you in years," he said. "I heard about your mama, baby, and I'm so sorry." Celeste didn't say a thing. She couldn't really. She just nodded against his chest and let the wind tangle up her thoughts. The house behind her, the land behind her, it was all hers now. But she wasn't ready to walk in there alone. Good thing she didn't have to. Now, before I tell y'all what happened next, you need to understand something about Bama. You see, Bama wasn't raised by the streets. He wasn't raised by television. That man had both his parents. He had a hard-working family, church-going, good-cooking church folks. They're still around. They're the kind of folks that they won't outright just say, "I love you," because they'll show it by already fixing your plate, giving you a place to stay, and embracing you. If you drove past their house, you would probably think, it's not too much. Just a little 3-bedroom place on Willow Creek Road with a fig tree out back, an old tire swing out in the front. Nothing flashy, but don't let that fool you now. There's money in that family. Old money in that family. Quiet money in that family. It's the kind of money that minds its business. But the person who shaped Bama the most, more than anybody, was his grandma, Miss Elma. Back when everybody on that road was kin, and she lived just 2 houses down, and Lord, that woman, she believed in 2 things: prayer and preparation. She's the one who gave Bama the gold chain that he constantly wears, told him it carried protection, told him that it carried prayers of every woman who came before him, said as long as he wore it, no harm could touch his chest and no lie could comfortably sit on his tongue. Now, whether you believe that or not, it ain't got nothing to do with me. But anyway, I'm just telling you what Miss Elma said. Now, what else I could tell you about Bama is he never takes that chain off. Never. Not for church, not for work, not even in the shower. And once a month, he still washes it the way she taught him to wash that chain. Hyssop, white lilies, and milk. Miss Elma has been long gone. She's been gone for some time now. But somehow she still got that boy following her instructions. Bama tried the city life one time, went down to Atlanta and worked at a repair shop, you know, a little city, little country. Stayed long enough to save some money, not long enough to call it home. He said the people, they weren't like back home. He called them slick talkers with slick shoes. So one day he just packed up his tools, got in his truck, and came right back to North Carolina and never looked back. Now he runs a little repair shop behind his parents' house, a single bay garage, hand-painted sign, old red soda machine sitting out front that hardly works. Folks bring him everything, cars, tractors, lawnmowers, sometimes things that ain't even mechanical, and somehow he figures it out. Won't charge you much either, especially if your mama sends him some pound cake. And if Bama likes you, he'll probably fix it for free. But if he doesn't, that man will look you dead in your eyes and say, try Jesus, I ain't him. And somehow that's exactly why everybody likes him. Just a really down-to-earth guy.